I am a professional sand sculptor and the owner of Sandcastle University. I think sand sculpting is cool. I think it's cool, and I think it's not a skill or an art form that many people are familiar with. I think a lot of people also have really good memories of building sandcastles with their family. You're on vacation, you're hanging out, you're building sandcastles, but also they know that their sandcastles didn't look anything like professional ones do. So I think that disconnect gets people interested of like, I've made a sandcastle before, but it didn't look like that. But they're making sandcastles and it looks like that. I would watch. There was an ad on Craigslist for a professional sand sculptor, no experience necessary. They said you would train. So I thought that was crazy and fun and I needed money. I tried out, I got the job. I absolutely loved it. I loved it. It was for 3 years and I packed up, I moved back home to Gulf Shores. There wasn't a sand sculptor in Alabama and I started my own thing. Right off the boardwalk, if you're walking or riding your bike, you'll see me working on it. That's why, again, I wear the headphones because I'm not always available for a conversation. But sometimes I turn around and there's, 30, 40, 50 people just standing there watching. The feeling of like having sand on my hands is not my favorite, but I chose to be a sand sculptor for a living, which I think is pretty ironic. But yeah, here I am. I just dip my hands in water constantly, all the time. Like when I'm just going out and making whatever I want, I'll bring a couple of like references for details that I like or positioning that I like, and then everything else is just on the fly. During sea turtle season, which is May through October, we have to smash our sculptures at the end of the day in order to not impeding mama nesting or baby hatching turtles. So I just have that one day. I'm working against the clock. Something that I still struggle with is trying to figure out how much and how big, because sand and water are limitless, right? So it's like, how much can I do? I think it's fun though. Dealing with the fact that it is sand and being a temporary artist or an ephemeral artist is much more difficult to like handle if you're not used to your stuff being gone. I can't go out and visit a sand sculpture. I don't have sand sculptures in my home. It's, temporary. My job is so fun. It's such a positive job. When you make things about you really positive, I believe that it makes you just happier in general. I could never be anything that was too serious. It's just sandcastles at the end of the day.